Good evening, everyone. This is Joe for Allen Hubbard. I want to welcome everybody to this webinar. Today is Wednesday, August the 13th, 2014, and the subject of this evening's webinar is going to be basic internet marketing, banner ads, text ads. We're going to do a little email advertising magic, if you will, and we're going to discuss some overall strategies as we go along. There's a couple of little stories I want to relate to you because I think that the most important thing for internet marketers is you need to have a plan, get your feet on the ground, and just have a plan and not just be out there sporadically. Otherwise, you're going to end up with what's called perpetual failure-itis, which means that you're constantly going from one program to another. Now, the reason that you're into internet marketing is to bring in some extra income for your family, for yourself, but it's to earn some extra money in most cases. Now, story number one may ring a bell with some of you, but years ago, there was a company that sold dog food, and they had a big convention, and the sales were way down. They were really disturbed about it, and during the convention, they got up there, and all the guys that were in charge were dressed up real slick, suits on, and standing up there, and all the crowd, all the salesmen were there in the audience, and all the executives, etc., in the audience, and they kept saying, "Don't we have the best dog food company in the world?" And everybody stood up and cheered, "Yeah!" "Don't we have the best sales force in the world?" "Yeah!" They kept doing that for a couple of days. Finally, one of the big shots had the guts to ask the question that should have been asked the first second was, "Then why are sales going down?" The little guy stood up in the back of the room and says, "Well, the dogs just won't eat it." Now, sometimes some of these products that we pick up, dogs won't eat it. And folks, if the dogs don't eat it, don't try to just get away from it. Hey, not everything works. So that's the first thing. The second one is it's all about building a relationship. Internet marketing is. And I'm a member of World Profit, still a member with them. And hello, Rose. If you can't hear me, just put a post in there. I'll see it. A member of World Profit, been with them for several years now. They have a lot of members, big company. George Kosh is the main trainer. He's done very well. He's very successful by anybody's standards. And quite frankly, I was struggling with the training. I just thought there was an easier way and a faster way to do it, as with most people that get into any type of training. And one day he sends me an email and he said, "You got to quit selling in order to make money." And he explained it to me. He explained what he meant. Took me a while to get it across, but he was right. And I have hung my hat on, whatever. I've stuck with that since he brought it up. Here it is. You're trying to build a relationship with people, and if you immediately start trying to sell them, you're going to turn them off. And if you send them an email every day or twice a day about something you're trying to sell them, you're going to worse than turn them off. You have to consider that these leads are people, and you have to build a relationship with them, and you actually have to believe that you're trying to help them. More than believe. You have to really try to help them. Because when you do help them in the long run, you're going to benefit from that as much as they are. It's much better to teach a man to fish than to give him a fish, and that holds true in internet marketing. And what he was trying to get across to me was I was immediately with my autoresponder was immediately going for the jugular. I was immediately trying to get him to buy something rather than to basically teach them how to do internet marketing and then say things like, "This is what I do." And once I did that, everything turned around. My income shot up, and I would say that I'm successful by anybody's standards also. But I also have what they call a missionary heart. That's what when you take those tests, that's what I always come up with, which means I try to help people. So I like that. And I like building relationships, so I do like providing content. And that's what these webinars are all about, is bringing basic and advanced training as part of as content. Now, anybody that's a member of any one of my sites, today I added a little tab on the navigation bar on the left-hand side, and it says webinar. If you click on that tab, it will take you and allow you to sign up for the next free webinar. They're all going to be free. Now, here's the thing. If you're not here during the broadcast, you're going to get an email which will give you an instant replay of this webinar. There's over 70 registered tonight, and those that are not here, they're going to get a replay email with a link to the replay as soon as I turn off the broadcast. So that's going to be on every site that I admin or own, and you'll be seeing that. And I'm adding some more things and got some really great features coming out. I'll give you one that I'm really excited about is advertising. And there's nothing like getting advertising in bulk. And when you can get there's some really good companies out there, some solo companies, where you can get some really good bulk advertising. I'm going to make that available. And so I'm excited about that. One thing tonight, if you're here, you see on the admin notice, those are the sites I'll be talking about. And if you notice, some of those are generic sites, which means that basically those sites are what you call going to random referrals. So I won't, they'll be signed up under somebody else. Now, there at the very bottom it says Classy Ads Profits promo code webinar 813. If you're not a member of Classy Ads Profits, you'll probably want to join because you got two promo codes. The first one is new member, gives you a ton of free stuff, free advertising. And this one tonight, webinar 813, will give you 5 premier ads running for 90 days. It's a pretty good deal there for just attending the conference. Okay, so now, what I'm going to do now is the first thing I want to do is talk about banner ads and text ads. Then I want to go into email advertising and give you a little simple demonstration of how you can send to 100,000 people in less than a minute. And I'll show you how to do that. So stick with us on that. But the first thing we're going to do now is I'm going to go to screen share. And once I get into screen share here, I'm going to click the share button here. That puts us in the clean share. Let me just go to something here. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put a banner ad in. I'll just pick one of the sites. Let me pick Classy Ads Profits because that's a site we just launched this week. And let's go here and let's click. You see, if remember I talked about the webinar? Oh, there it is right there. Click on that and let you sign up for the next webinar. And tomorrow I'm going to have another link right below it that'll say webinar replay, so you can watch this replay tomorrow from any of my sites. So let's go to banner ads. Okay, we're going to click on banner ads. I'm going to pull this down right here. Oops, got to log back in. Okay. Let me just get back to the banner ads here. And by the way, these are pretty good deals here, advertising. So back to banner ads. Oh, I want to mention this before I go on to banner ads. You see this bonuses, you want to click on that every once in a while because every week I'm going to put a new bonus, special bonus on there. I got one on there right now for classy ads. So we're going to go to banner ads. I'm hoping I got some that I can put in here. I got 10. Okay. So I'm going to set one up. You should have something saying you have so many. I'm going to set one up. Now, in this case, all banners in the internet have two components. They have a link to the image, and it's called different things, but in this case, in this site, it's called banner image URL. They have a link to the site where you want them to go, and that's called the affiliate link URL. Now, what I'm going to do, I got all my stuff in a site called Vital Viral Pro, and I'm going to go to banners. I'm just going to, let's just take this one here since it's easy. That's the destination or the affiliate link. And we'll copy that, go back over here to classy ads, and remember this is the affiliate link, so I'm going to paste it in there. I'm going to come back over here to Vital Viral Pro. I'm going to pick up this image link. I'm going to copy that, come back here to classy profits. We'll paste that into banner. So I'm going to say it one more time. There are two components of a banner ad. One is the image URL. The other one is the link URL. So one of them, if you put it in your browser, it'll show the image. The other one, if you put it in your browser, it'll take you to the site you want to go. And it's a good idea to preview the banner. And in this case, it shows up here. And that's the banner I want. Okay, then I'm just going to hit save. And that's all there is to adding a banner. So now let's go to text ads. In this case, text ads on classy ads are called hot link ads. Some of them are called, they're all called all kinds of things, but they're basically text ads. So I'm going to, in this case, we got 6 of them, so I'm going to click one here. Now, with the text ad, there's only 2 components, and it's the subject line and the link, the hot link. Now, you can put a rotator link in there on classy ads, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here to Vital Viral Pro. I'm going to go to my rotators, URL rotators, and I got one called, got about bukus of these things. My hottest sites have got 225,000 hits, so I kind of like that one. I want to copy that, and we'll come back over here to classy ads. Up here for the subject line, here's where you don't want to niche down too much. You want to be more, back up a little bit, get all the leads you can get. So you can put something like number 1. You're in the home business niche, or I am anyway, so you put number 1, home business. You know, you can just make it simple like that. And here, that, in this case right here now, that link is representing about, I think it's there's 199 URLs in that link. Not all of them are turned on. About 30 of them are turned on. So that link is going to rotate from one to the next. And then what you do is you take a look at your statistics and you figure out which one's doing the best. And then you just go from there. So that's really, people have just worked this adding banners and text ads to death. And I one time said to one of the prospects, I said, you know, this it's easy peasy, nothing to it. And she blew up at me, and I thought we was going to start World War III. But I showed you there how to add a banner, and I added a text head, in this case called hot link head. It's no big deal. So if you have any questions about it, you can just send me an email. But folks, that's all there is to it. I mean, I've seen people write pages and pages and pages about how to add banner and text heads, and I really don't know why. Unless they're getting paid by the page by the guy that owns the site. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the Hangouts, do a little bit of discussion. Okay, I'm back. I'm looking at what y'all have written in the meantime. Rose, it said it's too basic for her. I'm fixing to cover how to do 100,000. Go to sleep, Rose. I'll send you the replay automatically, no problem. The reason I'm doing basic is so many people need basic. They think they know how to do something. I'll tell you what, I get support things and people tell me they did it just like I said to do it. And I go in there to their site and I tell you what, I don't know what they did or how they did it. And I don't know how they come up with what they did. But anyways, we all need basic training. But if you don't, go to sleep. I'll send you the replay. You pick out what you want, watch what you want. Now, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can send emails to about 100,000 people in less than a minute. Now, I'm going to go back to screen share now. And I'm going to go, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to a site. I think this is the most, this site right here, I would say this site makes me $7,000 to $8,000 a month, easy. I don't care if I ever get a commission on it. I've made a little bit of money. I'm not interested in commissions. I'm not interested in getting referrals here. I'm not interested in anybody join this. This thing is a whopper of a tool for hardly nothing. You get a free membership, you can have 1,000 sites. And here's the sites that I mail. Okay. Now, you see down at the bottom, all those say mail now, but you can see there's no numbers there because they're duds. I joined them and had to kick them back to the bottom. Now you see this right here. This is clicks, and this is CTR. And I'm gonna scroll down a little bit, show you a little something there. It stick out like a sore thumb. State-of-the-art mailer, SOTAM, it's not bad, huh? Coming on down. Referral frenzy mailings, 14,000 clicks. Pretty good. Look at that CTR. I'm not even going to say that online. Nobody believe it. Come on down. You see that best list mailer, 11,600 clicks. That's in about 4 months. Going on down, you see list building maximizer solo, 23,000 clicks. Good site. Supercharged solos, 18,000 clicks. Coming on down. FFA Marianne Myers site, 11,877. Solo advertising, 12, almost 12,000. Coming on down here, you see these speedy, 20,000. There's about 100,000 clicks there. That's speedy solo ads available at any of my viral mailer sites. I think it's $4.99 a mailing, and I get about 400 up to 700 clicks. Not just clicks, but I get a nice conversion. I get sales from that. I don't look at clicks so much. I don't look at anything but conversions, but I have to first look at clicks because that's the first information coming in. Now, let's go back. We're going to talk about 3 of these sites and how easy. Let me just show you how easy it is to mail one of them. All you do is click that right there. I'm not going to click it because it's going to expose my password. All you do is click it. You stick in that'll be another course on how to use this thing. It's nothing to it. All you do is click it, put in your subject line, and text and link, and boom, it's finished. All right, there's 3 sites that has 100,000 members that you can mail in a minute. The first one, Best List Mailer. Best List Mailer is by Mary Ann Myers, and there's 4 sites it goes to. It's about 25,000 members. This one here, you don't have to do anything, because all you do is you put your ad in there and you leave it alone and just change it. Change something on it every day if you want to, or leave it for a week. But there's got ad number 1, ad number 2, and ad number 3. She shows each one of those ads to her 25,000 people every day. All I do is come in here and I may change the subject line. I may change the ad. I may not do anything, depending on, because I'm watching the clicks I'm getting from this every day, and I'm watching, and I sometimes code these links down here so that I know exactly how many signups I got from this ad. And that's something we'll do later on, is you need to know how many people, how much money did this ad make you? How much money did this ad down here make you? You need to know that if you're going to get into top echelon marketing. You can't just be shooting in the dark all the time. So number 1, Best List Mailer. You're going to get about, you have 3 ads running there. You can go to 25,000 people 3 times a day. The second one is Referral Frenzy. That's Marty Patriza. And in this case here, she's got send text or send HTML. If you click on, whoops, got to log back in. If you click on send an HTML, now I don't send a lot of stuff in HTML. I just send it in text. I don't see that much difference. Some people say I'm crazy, but you know, I look at my checkbook, they can look at theirs, no problem. All right, I'm going to just click on this, show you how easy this is. And I just sent this a while ago, so nothing's going to really come up that's going to allow me to mail. But let me just scroll down through here and show you all the sites that are here. Email Hog, Puffin Mailer, Magic Traffic List, Email Traffic List, Instabook Mails, Your Huge List, Project Free Mailer, Easy List. Some of these go to 3,000 people regardless of whether you got credits or not. You keep going on down. There's about 30 sites here. And all you do is you click the little box like this one here. You just click these boxes once a day is what I do it. Come down here at the bottom, and I've already put all of my ads in there that I've been using. And the one on top is advertising classy ads. So all you do is hit post ads and you're finished. You've sent another 30,000 there in just a few seconds. Now let me tell you something about this site that's not bad at all. It's this bonus advertising. Once a month she loads all this up with you can see how much she gives you, credits, banners, and text ads. I'm going to scroll down through here, and you can see every bit of this. I think I pay $15 a month for this. But you see all these sites? I think there's about 35 or 40 of them there. And the reason I didn't claim last mailers on the site, I don't need to worry about credits on that site. Just for your information. You see down here with Email Hogs, 10,000 credits and 2,000. So you got all this stuff, and all you do is you just go down here below and put in your information, and then it'll be active up here. And then once a month you just come here and you click on that claim now, and then log in and put your credits in there. And it's a pretty great feature. I recommend it. So there you go. Now we did about 30,000 with about 4 sites. Now we got about 30 sites with another 30,000. And so the last thing would be, let me just go into, let me see what's the best way to do this. Well, I'll just go here to, hang on a second, we're going, here we go. So the only site that I really have to email to get 100,000 emails out there to about 70 sites is to pick one of these speedies down here. Just click on it and send it, and boom, you've done it. You sent about 100,000 emails out to 100,000 people, and I will generate sales pretty much every time I do that. And there's nothing we're not talking about a lot of money here. Referral frenzy is $15 a month. Marianne always has some kind of dealer going at Best List Mailer, and the speedies are $4.99, or you can get 5 of them for $14.99. And I just tell people, just try one. Try one, but give it your best shot. Now, there's a couple of things, because I didn't want this to go too much over 30 minutes. But I'm going to go back now to the webinar, because there's a couple of things I wanted to go over. So, yeah, somebody says a good point about conversions. You're not interested in clicks. You're not interested in all this stuff. You're interested in what your PayPal account or your bank account looks at the end of the month. If there's nothing in there and it's sucking a vacuum, you got a problem. I don't care what your conversion. And I, when people say I get 700 clicks, that's fine if you make $700 from them clicks. And I want to know what is a click worth and how much money I'm making from that ad. And I spent this much money, and how am I getting out? And that is information that is possible to get that information. And as a marketer, if you want to get making more than a couple of $1,000s a month, you better start knowing what's working and what's not working, because it's a game of inches at that point. You can make a decision at that point that could cost you $5,000 a month if you're not looking at your subject lines, or what that ad's doing, and you can put a comma somewhere in an ad sometimes, and it can sink you. So the way you get around that is you got to track. That's why I use Vital Viral Pro, and there's a lot of my sites that I own have URL trackers on them, but I use Vital Viral Pro because it is connected with Viral Mail Profits, and at Viral Mail Profits, if you use them together, listen to this, it'll tell you where that sale came from. Did you hear that? If you use those two together, Vital Viral Pro and Viral Mail Profits, it'll drill down and tell you when somebody clicks, it'll tell you where it came from. Most URL trackers won't tell you that. They just give you hits. That's why I use Vital Viral Pro. Okay. That's one point. So you're interested in your PayPal account and your bank account. Now remember the dog food thing. If they don't eat it, there's no sense trying to sell it. So you need to have something that people want. Generally, people want to succeed. They want to be successful, and there are literally millions of good sites out there. It's just a matter of staying in there. The other point is patience. I've read several articles in the last few weeks that said the biggest problem on the internet is lack of patience, that people don't stay long enough in any one program. I tell the people that I deal with to stick with it a year and don't just hum about it. Try to make it work. Now, if it's after 3 months, if it's a total nothing, well, okay. But if you see something happening, then go for it. Dealing with any kind of website. To give you an example, let's talk a little bit about Classy Ad Profits. Just an example, it launched this week. And what I'm doing with the members there, all the VIP members, I'm only advertising my generic link, which means that they're getting those people as referrals. Now, the way the commissions is set up at that site is I get the first one, they get the next two. I get the next one, they get the next. They get two, I get one, they get two, I get one, they get two. So in the first day or two, I got pretty much one for most all of them. So I'm excited. It's only Wednesday, and I'm going to start seeing them get some commissions because I love to see when affiliates get commissions, they get all excited and they start to understand how this all works. But there again, it's where patience comes in. I always tell people, I had a 3.6 grade point in chemical engineering. My brother had a 3.2. I always tell people that I wasn't the smart one. He was smart. He never studied. I stayed up all night because I had to. It didn't come easy. I'm not that smart. Boy, I'm persistent though. I mean, you point me at something and I will not give up on it, and I'll get it to working. May take me my lifetime, but I'll get it to working. But anyways, that's the other point is patience and persistence. And let me look here. What I want to do finally is I want to talk just a little bit about Team Elite Responder. Now I'm going to go, it's going to be just a few minutes. I'm going to go back to the screen share, do just a little bit of explaining. Team Elite Responder is it's basically my site that's kind of like a hub. Whenever I'm generating leads, well, let's just go there. This is my anybody that's going, whoa, I don't want that. Anybody, you can see I'm not that smart, but I am persistent. I figured that out in a hurry, didn't I? Let's just look at the stats here. Okay. If you look at the stats, it's going to show you everybody's opening up an email, and I hope nobody can read that real quick. But anyways, you can see Sunday I had 74 leads, 65, or look at this opt-in rate, 13.7, 15.89, 9.69, and today it's 8.04. You know what that tells me? I got to kind of change those ads up a little bit, but that's what it's all about. But even so, most people are happy with 1%. So you can see the leads coming in, and where those leads are coming in, I'll go view them, and in this case here, if I look at, I send a lot of them to Moby, which is one of my main sources of income. You can see here today how many, you can see the 13 goes all the way down to there, and 12 goes down to there, so that you can see the leads coming in there, and let's just be honest, that's where the income's coming from. Income for me is coming from the leads I generate. Now you see this page here, this thing stops at 20, it doesn't count any higher, but I had like 50 something today so far. At Sunday I had 74. I'm going to get that changed, but they didn't think anybody generated 20 leads, I guess, when they built this program. 20 leads in one day. Now, this is where I love to see people come in, because the most expensive program I got here is $97, and the cheapest is, you can't get any cheaper than this. I give you all of that for, it's it, $1. You get that for $1. You can get in for $1. You can start making money. We have one thing about this site that you'll never see anywhere else, and it's the commission structure. You're going to be paid its rate of the package you sell, but never less than your base rate for your membership. A JV partner gets 50%. That's their base rate. They're going to get 50% no matter what they sell. A TER starter, if he sells a JV package, he's going to get 50%. But if he sells a TER package, he'll get 15, whereas a JV partner will get 50. So that's the fairest commission structure on the internet. I challenge anybody to have anything better than that you'd give a free member, basically a guy that's paid $1, you give him 50% on a sale to a JV partner, and I have paid out a lot of commissions to lower echelon members, and that is what I call leveling the playing field. And you need an autoresponder. I don't care which one you get, but I've got one you can have for $1. So I mean, you need to collect your leads, because what you're going to do is, this is the money machine right here. This thing right here that says send a broadcast, okay? About once a week, I click on that button right there, and I go down through here and I click check all. And I come down here and I pick up their name, type it in here, and I've been at this on this. That's going to go to 17,000 people. Now, you say, well, big deal. You just sent leads to 100,000 people. And I'm going to go back now to to explain what I'm saying here. Everybody understand the difference between 17,000 people that you built a relationship with and 100,000 people that barely know your name? The difference is about 100 to 1. In other words, they're worth a lead to me. What you do is you need to know what a click is worth, and you need to know what a lead is worth. For me, a lead is worth about $16 a year. I've heard people say they're worth $30 a year on Facebook. Could be. I heard people say they're worth $1 a year. That could be for them. But I have figured it up myself. I'm going to look at some of these. Is that a paid membership? I'm not sure what. Yes, everybody's going to get an email replay. Don't see any tab that says, don't worry about that. If you don't see a tab that says webinar, you might need to refresh your screen. It's there. It'll be tomorrow. I'll put a new one in there. I want to have a webinar about every 2 weeks. Now, so today was the basic training. We're going to get more advanced as time goes on. Now, what I need y'all to do is to send me an email or feedback somehow, Skype, whatever, what you would like to have on the next webinar, because I'm open to it. And we can get into Facebook, we can get into Twitter. I've got a degree in Twitter, and I wish I made some money from it, but I got a degree, and I can tell you about how to. I know how to. Boy, I've been there. I can show you how to get 200,000 or 300,000 followers. If that's what you want. We can get into any of that stuff, Twitter, Facebook. Personally, I have built my success using email marketing and autoresponders to build a relationship. The guys that started M&G Home Business, which I have a membership with them, the reason I really like them is they've been using a responder for years now, and they send out, when they get a lead, they send that lead emails for 5 years. They got 5 years worth of emails. What they basically do, and they write an email every 2 or 3 days. You just keep adding it, which is a good idea. What I prefer to do is send, I'll take leads and maybe send them 10 or 15 emails about a certain site. Then I'll transfer them, which you can do most autoresponders, to another leads list and let them go through that. Then when I run them through all the main ones, I put them in a separate list that they're in the check when I broadcast. So they get something from me once or twice a week. And if I get somebody that doesn't want a lot of emails, hey, I'm not interested in all this stuff, I say, would you like to keep up with what we're doing? Yeah, I put them in that list. I put them in that list also. Somebody's trying to reach somebody. Okay, so that's about it for today. We're running at 40 minutes. Get your questions together. Let's figure about every 2 weeks I'm going to have a webinar. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I'm really excited about something I want to announce before too long. Classy Ad Profits doing very well. It launched this week. I'm just real happy. You know, when I Skype somebody, always do the little guy with the dancing feet. That's me. I'm real happy. I'm happy to be helping people, and it's working out very well. Internet marketing does work. You just have to get your plan, stick to the basics, and I can help you with that. And we've got a good team. That's what Team Elite Responder is a bunch of teams working together. And I'd like to explain more about the workings of that later. But anyways, so that's it for tonight. Thank you for being here, and God bless you.